ya dom yenya countries na ometimi atop omo groups a ometimi qualify call a FIFA World Cup. And so far officially yenya Egypt awa qualify, yenya Senegal, yenya South Africa, yenya Cape Verde, yenya Morocco, Ivory Coast, Algeria, Tunisia and Ghana. We mo 9 countries are so far omo the groups na your boy qualifies no mo top pay you ma qualify. But enra e group F. Ivory Coast eshe 3. Kenya entimi antika. And so we check how Ivory Coast is qualifier. Keke. A qualification oye Ivory Coast near when you beje. Because yasha Ivory Coast national team Mekaye pass omo qualified ya ko omo first World Cup in 2006. Ivory Coast ebe bibrem hasen ya ombenya generation a ye kasa country a na oparady stars a ye ko 2006 World Cup. Ivory Coast qualify for my first World Cup no. Na Africa has said the arguably na ye country ye stars omo krabi from Ataboka, Didier Zekora, Drogba, Aruna Dindani, Siaka Tieni, Yaya Toure. And umpokro omo qualify for my first World Cup no. Ye unha almost struggle ye. Nakin Shenu akwanya Ivory Coast efa so qualify ye. After a omo 10 games, omen lose game. Omo win mu 8, a draw 2. Na die FM pokra wo Ivory Coast qualification ho ne say almost 25 goals oman concede go hwe the performance of Gabon e was our group we mu ba wo hwe sa countries Ivory Coast no boy obi antimi pokra amfa ball anto na tenema e kire wadwuma pa MS5 etimi aye with Air Cote d'Ivoire na say Ivory Coast national team no and if it is say MS5 be fa Air Ivory Coast national team na African Cup of Nations in finfimu ho a ane ye ka so won take Ivory Coast national team no. On manage ye edi omo J African Cup of Nations. That was omo third AFCON ometimi aje. Eme wiase nyina bebo na baso because no oye quota. Obia nso hu da ye da say ye bebo tournament na wi ni ye ka quota. What the African Cup of Nations are ni ebo MS5 din. But me manage omo J sa trophy no. We wasa di omo qualify edi akọ World Cup a one concede go. It should tell you the kind of job MS5 and Ivory Coast team no eye. And let's not forget, say, Wababa be the first Ivorian waiting with the Ivory Coast I qualify for FIFA World Cup. Because 3 times I not previously qualify no munyina no a foreign coaches. Omo first World Cup omo call na Henry Louis, ye France ni. Omo second World Cup omo call na Sven Goran Eriksson. Anna Sabrina Muchi edi omo call omo third World Cup. The only Ivorian waiting with the Ivory Coast I qualify the FIFA World Cup MS5. And so when it team e ma a team abeka se enshada nye team hu bebre by kwan o mafa so qualify na mefe making sure say omo 10 games omo winning 8 draw 2 scoring 25 goals abro omo concede bi I think say MS5 ne boys no e deserve so omo team qualify e de ko FIFA World Cup nyame yaduma next year beko so e wo US Mexico and Canada okọ the other games yenya South Africa so qualify from any group na ne nyina ne say after enra matches na eba no Nigeria win na South Africa so air 3 Nigeria air 4. So after South Africa win the match, Nigeria so win against Benin no and ama team friends South Africa opportunity say almost so air qualify for almost 4th FIFA World Cup because previously no almost so 3 World Cups pay ano metimi abo. That was in 1998, omoko 2002, 2010 omo host year and enra yenya South Africa also so etimi air qualify. By kin South Africa wa qualify no nipa ba kwa me pese me bona baso pan no mu coach Hugo Bruce sa coach no I believe o deserve a lot of credit from South Africa. If it is so chance yes about Africa 2 national teams are Hugo Bruce etimi a coach no national teams me no Africa ni nyana o de o ma ye history. The first national team o coach wa Africa na ye Cameroon. This same coach and the Cameroon edge 2017 African Cup of Nations. Sa 2017 African Cup of Nations or the Cameroon for J no. Na nkofo mpokra tepo Egypt under Hector Cooper say omna bedi because at that time na Egypt 4 players are na ekro in 2017 World Cup. Na Mohamed Salah former na ekra no Trezeguet, El Nani, Abrante Fence Ramadan Shobi. No be him say in the final omo kwa Cameroon national team because Cameroon national team no na enye players are hu bebre Collins Fai, Ngaju, Basugogmo and Vincent Abubakar by coach a friend say Hugo Bros and manage Cameroon national team in 2017 at the year record at the African Cup of Nations. Wasaba be for South Africa national team. Obefa ye no na South Africa national team na bafom South Africa for AC akan pokura nipa na enkwahwe omo na aye din so betima perform at the highest stage by papa ne ba ye no or the changes kakra bo national team nim obeye experiment kakra and stick it to a proper system leadership also ye patience and a belief by ene what transforming South Africa national team or the African Cup of Nations in 2023 ewa Ivory Coast e the kodi third eye nipa dodo na anwa wasa the qualified they call AFCON ewa Morocco wasa the South Africa for asa qualify e dey call FIFA World Cup abrempo kra yesati omo points enti se South Africa qualify ye na open nipa baako e was obona baso pa na eyomo head coach Hugo Bruce na dwuma na waye with South Africa me kai ye pass 2 years ago an o granting interview say so when to me and for South Africa for an qualify for World Cup on one kasa de dwuma ne beto ho e mo obi anyi na di enti ene wetimi the South Africa team we are qualify for the FIFA World Cup I think say coach no deserve a lot of credit and a few coaches are one to me I'm making sure say enko mo doubting no omaba be believers ene South Africa is akan a obi ehun ne say omodembo no was throw all because of this coach Hugo Bruce me hu say o deserve a lot of credits ukro Europe so a World Cup qualifies ni because so Spain SF4 Bulgaria entimi anshebi ye bo match ni wie ye no nipa baako ana ye say obi ebo ni din with Spain eye Merino because o say 2 goals and after the game spotlight any din ni attention comment ni nyina na e ko Merino so far oko Spain a group ni ma Merino as 6 goals and to uko group E countries or more sa group no there was a goals kese pa was sa group no e Spain ya brantie Merino Ken I personally feel say Merino or your midfielder bo okra a soul of a striker so o si akan a say yes or your midfielder obi anim by okra a soul of a striker the reason why I make us asem ne say ye ka midfielders are omo obstructive ye beka so omo midfielders are omo combative omo bobuga eniedin e destroy player Merino nya that type say o ka midfielders omo deep e control game e de mawa onye that typical deep lying playmaker say o ka midfielders are on betime divide the pitch into two no dominate here onye that type by sa Merino ikin or yes sa midfielders are anytime bia omusi akan obebo bibia no say oben box mu bia ne hu say osi akan na ni team e attack na owura box ni ma uni say oye smart midfielder obetimi ahye goal dia ma so outside the box top thinking from Eye Merino enti say o check abrantie na mekaye pass Spain edge Euros no hwego no shedi tia Germany UEFA Nations League hwego no shedi tia Eye to my friend say Eye Portugal ana o che Eye FIFA World Cup qualifiers hwego so wo she ne club Arsenal emu ye dene no Eye brantie friend say Merino at the time na omo player say prepra no Ateta Yusu as a first number 9 na oma Arsenal goals no by no ye midfielder enti say wo twa brantie ne ball any goals so sha woni say oye midfielder okra a soul of a striker enti osi akan a mimi woni say oye the Spanish Thomas Muller so watch Thomas Muller onambo nim nya so eseti obecho Merino no oye the Spanish Thomas Muller oye very good player by oye sa players osi akan a onfa attention and fa nko so and so far World Cup qualifiers no or establishing ho a bibia kire say the final list is Spain De La Fonte ediko US Mexico and say Canada bibia kire say Merino beko and one day you be din come about Spain national team midfield de kro mo no because enu ametwa mo midfield no key players now mobile but the players on use here still they were able to dominate and maintain on structure no okay Portugal enu no mo gidie say after say Ronaldo say 2 goals no na combat ma qualify na come the 2-1 e dia qualify ye be wie game na no ana brand e friend say e Soboslai e say go e equalize the ma e ne country hungry e ma ne koye 2-2 ken onim say football e funny sport e to de bia e kro na free so ba no etimi affect you because e kro na wo so no e ya kopie wo kro bi so a e be ye den pass obetimi agi major trophy e dia ma country and asa obekọ major tournaments show me to say George Best e kro free so ball bebo wiase nyina by World Cup kra wan ko bi George Weah bo abebo nyina hwe ni kro free so ebesi there the Liberia akọ World Cup ebesi there the Omaji African Cup of Nations ade kronta make us asem ne second abrante ne ye friend Soboslai no onhwe ne form this season ana for club and country me players are and found one situation o omo ye ready say on be give you all this season Soboslai form a with Liverpool team no eto de bi mpokura the entire Liverpool setup nyoma nkoye ba benya Soboslai at the end of the game no make impact okwa the national team maybe say players no about around them no omo nye top players by hungry for bobo awie no obe make sure so be make impact near bonidin if it is hungry by as a football country you hungry what produce a lot of top players obe to say Puskás Sando Kubala by metima catch or say Dominic Soboslai no kin before so the football no be awie no obe one of the greatest players are hungry etimi produce because yes our players are enye the club side in kwao this season say okoni de nebo number 10 a obo obe make sure say obe give you ne all obe ma good performance yetimi de nebo central midfield area obo eto de bi mpokura ne club at the time an Liverpool here on right side no obo etikin Dominic Soboslai ne die abrantie we no me ya country no free so no born now obo ne form no wom no anko wo countries are unim say with ease on be qualify for World Cup I wish say anka abrantie we hu no FIFA World Cup or form club and country na
World Cup we do baby answer say mrane sesa bebo Kevedi enanka omakoto no wakobadi ama
no atone dia baba
say edu baby a yentime sesa mra say we ase kwana nim say nema bebrebe tima sesa so obetimi ato 2 players
hwebo kwara scale ye we be George
obetimi ato 2 players Ghana dem say yetim ko 2 players o baby nka position mi bi de
Eben striker
nka yakofo bi de na badadada Haaland say odo ya wan obetimi qualify say they want me qualify wetimi ko fa ne player ti en fa ne say Isaac ne we mu say you carry some bi anka fa ba kwa ba okay to asoma me na me hwe ayimra sisia
Graças ken maminchia awoshi kwa no fin pa na ye monkomo kakra ene minsam no mebon tew sam no doso na first of all maminchia say fi Liverpool asoye na me din komo Liverpool a check kakra ene exactly 15 years e katono bro nka Liverpool echo administration and then 15 years Fenway for no eto Liverpool nti ene a special day at my Liverpool pa na let me use corporate finance na me fan kakra Liverpool had the problem Manchester United had with the Glazers. You will be a friend leverage buyouts. Leverage buyouts. LBO. Na sa komoya midi between 2000 to 2008 wo baby. Na our system ni mu ye pa. And on a man for a technique man for fast to the toadie. Let me create a scenario for everyone to understand. Kinemen Oton ebia oka and a oton. And I may say you're interested in buying the car, but me nkuta sika. But car no minim say me ta ebeboa me. And amakọ Kwame wa akọ jibosia. Tio, say Kwame, mami bosia, de ntia me catch us say Kwame, metimi atua bosia ne de ama one say, hwe car na ma akọ to no me to a. Menya ho so faso bebre e de ebetua wo ka. And a Kwame di sika no de ama me. Kwame di sika no ma me na me de aba beto car no de free unsem. Na je sam ya me sei, me nyi one seed mponto car no o. Me ni ji ade no, makwaje bosia na me de abeto ade no. Iti ase o. Because I have not spent even one cedi. But me use to work no as leverage to get cash from the bank or from Kwame and Kwame di ama me na me de abeto. Iti me to car ni wi a. Me be che car ni free unsem na me da taxi. Wiki bi ase ke baba na me de ama Kwame. Wiki bi ase iti me tetetetete nyina wi a. Nkai ni nyina ye me mfa so. Na che say, when you so adwen e de nye japade. Brony say leverage buyout, LBO. Eya no na Glazers for the far so to Manchester United. Eya no na kwafona no only Liverpool. And sana famwe for ne beto Tom Hanks and George Gillett and no more far so toy. They see potential in the club. We don't have the money. Then we use the club as a leverage to get loans from banks near the better. But no, you see, it is very dangerous. And one of my Glazers for issues. Let me explain this. Here, Tom Gillett, money, George Gillett and Tom Hanks better club in 2007. Within a matter of about 3 years. Sika Omuji from the bank was 140 million pounds. After 3 years, now Liverpool for the car 350 million pounds from the Royal Bank of Scotland. Inti Adiana na obeto ya na one for the Sika nshim no. Ensan sene Sika every club no mbenti no na eka eba. Inti Royal Bank of Scotland at Liverpool for ekojina court say Sika no so wentimi antua Mungu club no. Monfa club no kwa administration announce say muntoma o na bi ne anye sika. Ano enema famwe for the beje club no etoy. And famwe for no omu complete deal no on the 15th of October 2010. And the 15 years exactly. Owners no they've gone through a lot. So papa, I remember very very well say I'm a far club, no, and a club. You see, the club was in a turmoil. Issues be brewo. Be 3, 4, 5, maybe 4 months after take on, no. I remember listening to Eben 31st of January 2011. Can know your story. And now they can say Fernando Torres if Liverpool equal Chelsea. That famous Monday morning story. Because that time, no, not those days, you know. You see, the news no konyana wa you can we are good. Because I remember that day, you see, that time na Liverpool issues be briaba fame we better club no fame way for we want to know the direction. Na Fernando Torres also the need the bomb of club Rumako. It's they've gone through a lot difficult moments, but they've steered the club from turmoil today. Liverpool, one of the clubs are Omutimi and the clubs and Caseno and Robbie shoulders once again. Fame way for no, they've done very very well. They're also you see, Obiabit to me, I emotional about issues. Me sure say they are to Burkina Faso no. Say a Ghana for and can be emotional. You be cancer to say. But this is where I want to disagree with people. Okay, careful for the secular buyer March 2025. Now you have 4 games in the group stages. So none of the national associations the year complains. But what the media you say? CAF can bring a policy. You can disagree. You can agree. Name them. Sa policy no man can want some one objective policy no. Now about 6 games after bringing the policy, after you know about your complaints. I'm sorry. I will not listen to this. Emrano, careful for say at the Obia points in the check here. You are not being fair to Niger, Muna now more Eritrea, more group. No, Asama careful can doesn't this make sense? The arguments people are making say, so Burkina Faso when you're 21 points, Nigeria you're 17, yet Nigeria for qualify and you're fair. Really? If it is not fair, then say you can't pray your part there. Gabon. Necessary representing Africa or intercontinental championship. Because I saw me say the pray you on the air because a bit me say ye kwa boss for team tournament no na Gabon for free. Are we being fair to them? Because when you're 25 points, says if you want to go by people fairness there, Mama Gabon for no the policy calf at the abano. De buy no. Who objections are canon tam afia ye bedru we ni na and a car for and omo ya bro master car for say won't me go boss 6 games And I say, you check group in them on call about 10 games. Now, obi group about 8 games. What say? They about 8 games, you know. One person want to know the same competition. How is that possible? Hey, young people down kakra no careful policy no obi abetimi disagree any there issue be anywhere. Name one can in tamwa. Anya fe na oba besu hu kom. They just be okay. Unim say yeho na say dachi bi wo betimi ayo hene a yetade wusie pa. Impenyefo say we want to preserve you because if you say ye jao na de big ye bi de kwame ye no so de bia wudi akire bia wo hwe ne ya wudi fin ebeka akonwa no ken patro sa asem say ne kore inti say ye wo na wo ye dehye pa na se obedi hini a ye tade wo sie dem because ade bia obeye bia ebeka akonwa no me kan komo edi esi Lamine Yamal komo no so kakra men ka asem mi nche ken he Lamine Yamal Barcelona for him say obeye Barcelona hene. Sasadia, everything he will do, he does. Everything he plans to do. I will say Barcelona is show interest in them. Meboa. Good. Now, me feel say at this stage, it's a for ninja boy in kakra. And I want to explain this kakra. Okay. Say Lamine Yamal. Ye can and a own down a girl a dim fan tray. And ochina wakosu adwa ho no ochina onamakosu ho no afaha no afaha. That's wrong. But I say we're dedicating our body more baba kodia. I feel say enumamu ye. And ankomo ya me di what I say. You see, footballers so onyi or this 16, 17, 18 years, 19 years now or settle wonipa baako ho a. It makes a lot of sense than rushing and going by different girls. And up to now, Vinicius Junior, say he wants to settle down as soon as possible. And until only Virginia issue no, or more can in them. What's a say or best settle down. The point is that say ye ko say ebia asumesi. Yes, you said that actually obebo ball but he's having multiple ladies there. Then in Central for me no more again say on betinya basem no bi about beka. But the Lamine Yamal nigga ye say no ekwaya kwem to say Lamine Yamal aka chewi as wadane di e de achewi as ni nyina no say eyi a. Nti asem ye ni ho. And I know me to say Kylian Mbappe mame say on ni ba na kan say da be na ni ba na be settle. Mbappe Mbappe so che what else intino me won say ma me so try say Mbappe settle at least obe concentrate on the football. Lamine Yamal situation dey me enkane na my four na me nya adwe but say you way and what done di and a girl na de na kofie or the na training na I think say it should be anywhere yet also be okay. Lukaku issue no kakra bi na metimi aka kakra hwe Lukaku onim Africa ye culture no on tiase and I think say statements no unfair to the family. Me feel say onyobi manage ni mu ya he will understand. Romelu Lukaku papa Roger Lukaku obobo emanu krom Africa ha DR Congo those days ayi obo cap de maomo obo AFCON de maomo or a true and true African nimusianfo nyina o Kinshasa sisi America si inti Africa ye culture ne say bi so obi furu one the body belongs to the family but Lukaku say on say abrofo niam na oguso eyo and as I say we throw papa na busianfo ne nyina de America say oh omo sebi omu person omu bumi and papa free mo no and omu take advantage omu gigi misika but the Lukaku can say what they buy Africa a culture one it does not make sense say wo papa Africa ha we wo Africa ha say yantam sebi efunu no mfan free Africa mfamra wo ho na wo sie no na busian panyi ba den na busian so be den ne atam body ne dia bro say wo and I say me who fa but the body belongs to the family. It is say be so person or yen wo ha and one say busuafo be 20 ebusuapanyi ne wo fa ase ne bibia na we twa plane tickets no maba ho
Lukaku kapra kura so for me ma babia
any there nti say onye sa just onu mom e free Belgium and I say baby o bia eba
Lukaku so ama ye mfa cause abusuapanyi ne pan nyina
ye mom fa de mfa
wa ma ska bia ma
and ono so ontimi so nti say ubeja unim baby asebi ye do papa be
ntomo so on she free gym de
na nti kakra sen ya o ba bia wa fa be $500,000 bi because oba on beje when they ken bicycle so for so ni free because Lukaku no hwa on fie busua no because the papa say ngofo no monye ntie nko and as I say papa na free mu
o papa ka cho say obusua fo ni papa ne fa
as and one on say
papa ni so free ni say no obi enkosie no
as what Lukaku akan was statement mama busua fo no kura buafu mo say be o me ni pa bonfo nti say be o ba say ho ba bia papa ba and one say oh ba we be $500,000 me watch us because did your major all these years so more musical
into we no dey we
advantage ni nie so we dey say we asem bi ni
we Lukaku be we
on beji ni brutal obia sa
okay
Cristiano Ronaldo no ati
eyasemo onto a de koso no o de say busu pa you fa na nya o time so okay just na mo bompa so be ba na
Africa ni
big but my we say Zibo Sisia wadu ayi kakra bi enhwe say players no omukọ mo national duty no omukọ a won so mo heavy woni say Oviedo team no only 3 players per the national team okay only 3 players and 3 players no so the obo national team ye papa ana Zibo ko Ghana national team no so na bo team kese Zibo ne okodu aye Oviedo Sisia Grans kakra Adama Brofono the top player they say the anyasem ketokra form na owom sisi ana nyakro onso kodu ya na obia national team duty the okoba we are heavy ana
oh yes
we are heavy players na aka
ye collab na wan kobia
utifia
wote won ma say wo de na za wo de ball no kra wo mobi
and or somebody when you good games
yes
so mo nyina hwebi okodu a on team on beba jo so on team
ba ye na wo be wura team nim
straight say born na born dey nyasem ketokra Zibo no okay yen twaso
kinam one game ana nipa adwen attention was so pa Nigeria ni Benin game no personally na me expect say Benin e be man Nigeria that kind of competition because Benin had that kind of things are not a favor omo looking at the performance of my dine they were qualified anymore baller on my ball any stage and on my baba bedroom omo no leading Nigeria at least getting a draw now can be putting in a better position than Nigeria for no or science who coach onim the Nigerian team and the coach in initiate crampo no be person will be pay back Nigeria for no but I know the kind of performance I who say Nigerians and they dine it was super adia ba ko e catch him and say there are countries are more talent and the quality till whenever they decide say do that kind of junction omuni here results than the other teams and as opponents now omo be pe kwan bia so no ma je results that was exactly what Nigeria and I feel say the game they played Benin worst game in this qualifiers me ma hwe and omo against Nigeria it was as if say Benin for the campo more border and it is not because that they are that bad Debbie, it is because Nigeria only decided say omo here points and points omo beje. No more points there was one player or your talking point or your talk of the town. Player na Victor Osimhen. Can me no be dia dance here say team be we are bia has that star manner or what quality emu ya den or the go to man. Emu ya den ma team na omo twa omani a onu nanim na be kwa akoto. And to be expected say on days a very difficult you have to stand to the test or rise it to the occasion and the team now boama points in the bar. Barcelona has a lot of quality in their squad or Frankie de Jong or Pedri or Rafinha last season the numbers and then the performance now what's so the child Lamine Yamal there but Lamine Yamal ni Barcelona team ni moi who's a dear Kessie film he because he's the go-to man. French national team and the absence of Kylian Mbappe anytime they play everything affect you. because Kylian Mbappe Jinamua, he is the difference maker at the moment. And na Portugal Igbo game, Cristiano Ronaldo was on the field. Yes, Omo Bakuna Ronaldo team you Omo. Ronaldo was substituted in the 78th minute. A free one more corner. Omo ntimi en kita lead the mo amfanwie. Debi. Emma Hungary beteka no. Emma ni 2-2. The go-to man was out. And Victor Osimhen ball now or boy, you know. Clearly, and only idea watch me. Now, Ken, there a confirmed brand and as we speak, he is the most important player with no disrespect to the other players. Our Nigerian. Nigeria shall qualify, and I say they played the first 4 games. And no about no winning. Nigeria ball Lesotho on any ball 1-1. Obo Zimbabwe, Omo ball 1-1. Obo South Africa, Ebo 1-1. And was signed to Bo Benin ball 1-1. First 4 matches of the World Cup qualifiers. Nini na omo draw ye. No win a single win. Omo draw nini na no. Victor Osimhen, all these matches, emu biya ni ho bobi. Nigeria nyane the first win. Our the 5th game of the qualifiers against Rwanda. That was the first game of Victor Osimhen best bomber Nigeria. Omo we need 2-0. Osimhen they share 2 goals they demand the Nigerian national team. The Super Green Eagles. 2 goals. They winning here. Ono na share 2 goals na demand omo. Again, Nansenya. Omo ya qualification then against South Africa. Our South Africa home. Osimhen wasn't present. Sa game is also still Nigerian team and share. Almost also draw here. Ebo 1-1 against South Africa. Until clearly, the presence will park and so no. A brand here say time be a Nigeria watch no. Nigeria pro B. So best standing to the occasion. Now why in Nigeria every difficult moments in games no. Ono na the big player and the star man obey say Jumana Nigeria. And yesterday's game was no exception. Kudos to the player Victor Osimhen proving the worth. So you star boy, or you big player. On this moya deno. And how many here? Nigeria needed a win to the Bebo playoff. And he got that win for Nigeria yesterday by scoring a hat-trick. Okay, moving on. Nipa bakwa me sure say na nipa do na doubt no. E woni coaching adwuma mu. Looking at adwuma na ye de hye ne nsa no. Ivan Gennaro Gattuso. Gattuso yo obi a bebia Italy gina no. Personally, na me feel say Italy for coach the national team a hye ne nsa. E di say Gattuso. Because the Italian national team a very big team. And here obi o what track record. Obi an more konkan what prove beyond reasonable doubt. And sa near the Ashenensa. Nan can be bebia Italy national team ni gina no difficult. Difficult because one missing out on 2 World Cups. Open one of the countries who are successful World Cup mupa untimi money Italy film. But the 2018 World Cup obo playoff against Sweden in 2017 when to me qualify one Kobe. 2022 World Cup Oman and Sanya qualify. Yabo qualifiers to 2026. The first 2 games that's Spalletti in a coach. Or winning Bako and or lose 3-0 against team my friend is Norway. And Tomaba drew a tight corner. Omo here coach or what track record. Not the rest of the matches and a possible while we need in another qualify. Italy for 1-2 Omonia. Oman phobia said Ivan Gennaro Gattuso. And people were shocked. People were surprised because Papa Ninya Jumabi was our track record now with media handle team no. But of our team no. The performance he has shown. How our putting guys need together. Pep talk or the man ranting and then the performance of more than a park has been good. The 4 matches our national team in the Aboni in our 4 straight wins. No more experience in Impo at a point. And to me and yes, they haven't qualified for the World Cup yet because no way on any pregnant to ready to Babe Lucy guard. They are on form. That is very true. But there are times a task na ye de be mauno. Eben po won't me meet. But ye share juma wo ye any quiet fast so meet task na. At least ye me pardon no. And I feel say juma na wa so far. Anybody on the team that Baba do no, he's done very well. Now home game against Norway would prove very important in their qualifying series. Senenia brace up so ye bibi ma team na. Sa game no necessary watch. And one player so am born about so has been retegi. Ken o moving from the Italian Serie A to Saudi Arabia. The Italians weren't okay because finally Omaba Benya striker Wabaji the Gokin the Capo Cannonier Award Italy. Now you do Baba qualifies the World Cup Alba Boyano. Also will Saudi Arabia. Omu feels the Saudi Arabian League in the form. And Tiaquadari Kwan Modi Mobile from Ultimimo. but the performance has since of course Saudi Arabia still now keeping it up. Actually, the kind of competitive nature of Saudi Arabian league in a year. Anytime he gets the opportunity to feature for Italy, goals upon goals with good performances, and all the more. And yesterday's game was no exception. 2 goals, and share. And the second goal, Angela no Gina, anybody your Kelly boy and share, you know, it was super. So far, 6 matches rather, and our boy in the qualifying series for Italy. Watch 5 goals and 4 assists from 6 games, 9 goal contribution. And strike or Saudi Arabia, not depending GDA. Just to be maintaining the form, but he's doing it for the Italian national team. And Gattuso Ajuma Oye, and Retegi, how he's leading the squad and the lines ever filled in the sono, almost a fataba. Even if they don't qualify, no more keep up with this same performance. To me, I feel they have done enough for the Italian national team. Ken.
Merci about Subi Meno a biggie. But in Uraku a Yamante, our top.